at least 4 people who have been killed in Vietnam after violent clashes between riot police and villagers over disputed land.
And the incident took place in the early hours of the morning near Hanoi. Authorities say residents armed with grenades, petrol bombs and knives attacked officers trying to erect a fence around a military-owned airport.
They say several so-called lawbreakers were arrested. Tung No is joining us now from Hanoi. Tung, does the official account square with what you've gathered from accounts on the ground?
Government sources and local villagers told me that the violent clash took place not on the disputed land itself, but inside the village where local villagers live. And sources told me that at about 4 a.m. local time, before dawn today, in the dead of the night, hundreds of riot police stormed into a house of an elderly villager of 84 years old, who has been a leader of the farmers' efforts to fight against the government land grabbing. As the riot police stormed into the house, villagers inside used tear gas, grenades and gas bombs and knives to protect themselves. And the police responded with bullets. And before sunrise, the episode ended with 4 people died, including 3 policemen. And at the moment, as we speak, sources told me that the number of the deaths has risen to 6, including 5 policemen. And before sunrise, the injured and also the dead were carried away on ambulances as the village was completely sealed off.
So do we know what the condition of the village is at this moment? Because you mentioned that it's been sealed off.
We understand that there's still a heavy presence of police at the moment as nightfall here in Vietnam, and the village is still sealed off. And at the heart of this case is the dispute over a plot of land of 59 hectares, on which the government said it is part of a military land for a long abandoned military airport project. But the farmers said it is not. It is their land on which they have been farming for decades. And the tension, the villagers have been organizing themselves for many years, fighting against the government land grabbing. And the case erupted back in April 2014, when villagers turned their own village into fortification, armed themselves with improvised weapons, gas bombs, and held 38 officials and policemen hostage for 6 days. And the situation then only de-escalated when the mayor of Hanoi intervened and asked for the release of the hostages with promises of no prosecution against the farmers and proper investigation into the dispute. But so far, since then, the case sits in limbo, and the tension has increased until today, until this morning when the violent clash happened.
Well, thanks for that update. Tung No speaking to us live from Hanoi, where at least 4 have been killed in Vietnam after violent clashes between riot police and villagers over disputed land.